Be happy to answer. Stop in today, 299 Railroad Avenue, NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 828-288-0395. Good morning. Lou Gillum with your forecast for today. Looking for rain. Highs around 65 degrees. Rain tonight. Lows around 50. For tomorrow, more rain. Highs around 70. Overnight lows around 60. Rain showers on Saturday with highs around 65. Overnight lows around 55. Then for Sunday, partly sunny, maybe a shower. Highs around 60. Overnight lows around 40. And then Monday, temperatures start dropping again. Daytime highs around 55 degrees under sunny skies. Overnight lows around 35. That's your forecast. We are Pure Country, 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Tracy.
All right, y'all ready?
Good Thursday morning.
Good Thursday morning.
Welcome to the show. What is this?
It's the next big thing.
Whatever it is, it better be good.
And they better entertain me.
I entertain y'all, so entertain me. Are you ready?
Let's start the show.
Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Yeah. Here we are.
Welcome back on this good old Thursday morning. Huh?
What did you do?
About what?
You killed us off. Wasn't even on the air yesterday. And
I don't know.
You came in here pressing buttons and.
I'm telling you, I guess I did.
Well, kind of stuff going on. Gremlins in the system or something.
Yeah. There are always gremlins
That's
in here.
right. We're back. 2 minutes after 7 o'clock on this beautiful Thursday. It's raining, but.
Yeah, no. I just got there to asking Todd if he'd cut my hair.
I'll cut it.
I need a haircut.
You need it cut?
Yeah. Just chop it all
Need
off.
you a high and tight. Get you a flat top. That'd look good.
Yeah.
It is 51 degrees outside the studios here on beautiful downtown Whitesides Road, and we are broadcasting live. I do apologize for yesterday. Something in the system wasn't liking me.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, not going to work. So it did.
We've learned to adjust those things, I think.
Yep. We had a planning and strategy meeting instead of our morning show where we sit in the lobby out here and we strategized on upcoming events
and
things,
talked about past events.
And yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Join us on our YouTube if you go to www.youtube.com, or you can pull up the YouTube app, search for WCAB Radio, and you'll find the American flag as our icon because we are Pure Country, and that's where you'll find us. We are broadcasting live. You can join us in the chat, and we try to read all of our chat messages coming across, and we'll give you I've got a new hello we can greet people with.
Well, I'm sure they're looking forward to that one.
But we'll do a combination. We don't want to get away from the old stuff because that's what brought us to the dance.
Exactly.
That's
Never
right.
leave. Let's see. Always leave who you came to the dance with, right?
Something like that.
Okay. Oh, I have an announcement here.
It's always better to leave with all your clothes on, too.
I've never not. Okay, Thomas Jefferson's Classical Academy's Kinder Fair will be held Friday, February the 9th from 4:30 to 6 in the Grammar School Gymnasium at 1110 South Broadway Street in Forest City. Come learn all about Thomas Jefferson School for your little ones. There will be games, snacks, and fun activities. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 245-9526. So that is their Kinder Fair, February 9th.
I guess it's like a kindergarten.
Yeah, it's just probably like
more at 4 maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of program.
Kinder Fair, yeah.
Creighton Love's checking in on the YouTube. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Creighton called me. He's like, is everything okay? I was like, that's something, I don't know what it was.
Everybody's sitting around just scratching their head, go, oh, Lord, there they go again.
Lou came in and waved her magic wand and snapped her fingers, and it wanted to work for her. That's the way I got it.
We have one other announcement, and this is coming up February the 10th, 4:30 to 6:30 or until everything's gone, and it's going to be at the Mount Vernon Community Clubhouse at 120 Mount Vernon Cemetery Road in Forest City. Cost is $10 per plate. Children ages 6 to 12, $5. Children ages 5 and under free. They will be serving spaghetti, salad, bread, homemade dessert, and tea, and the dining room will be open for this event. So please come out and support the Mount Vernon Community Clubhouse as they continue to serve the Mount Vernon community. And Robbie will probably be talking about that too.
Oh, absolutely. It's only 11 months till Christmas. It is January the 25th. So, get that. And speaking of, time passing, next Thursday will be February. And we're going to have our Be My Baby Valentine coming up. All you have to do is send us a card.
With your name and sweetheart's name on it.
And please include a phone number.
Yes.
And an address. You got to have your phone number because we can contact you. If we pick your name and we don't have a phone, if we don't have a phone number.
And that's happened. You wouldn't believe how many times that's happened.
Me and Tracy are going to take your prize and go ourselves. So there you go. It's our 30th annual Be My Baby Valentine contest. Winners will be chauffeured to Gregory's Restaurant for a candlelit dinner for two. And Gregory's goes all out for
and
that.
they always have that fixed up. They have a little table with flowers and candles on it.
Also be showered with beautiful gifts like you'll get a dozen roses, a box of chocolates, jewelry, his and her gifts from various merchants and customers of ours. And they are just real generous this year. So it's going to be one and done. We're not going to give away any preliminary prizes. It's going to be a one-shot deal. And like I said, all you have to do is send in a Valentine card with your name and address and your sweetie's name with your phone number to, P.O. Box 504, Rutherfordton, 28139. Put on their Valentine contest, attention, Lou. And drawing will be held on Wednesday, February the 14th at 8:30. And as we say here, good luck from WCAB Pure Country 100.9.
And as Jim used to call it, we're the love station.
We're the love station. We might have to break out some.
I hope he's listening. Hey, Jim.
On the 14th, we may have to break out some romantic stories.
Well,
it'd be cool to get with our reporters and find out how they met their significant other.
That'd be good.
Cool. We may could do an extended show that morning.
Yeah, sounds good.
Reckon Lou would mind. She might kick us off the air at 8 o'clock. Get out of here. Turn the board off or something.
We can kick back.
She'll wave her. Does the card need to be a postcard or a Valentine's Day card? That was a question asked last night at church.
It does.
I don't think it matters.
Matter.
As long as we get a card with your name and your sweetheart's name and a contact number, we'll be good to go. Sly checking in on the YouTube this morning. Good morning, Sly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hope you're having a good day. Sly don't get to work a whole lot in the rain. He just rides around in his truck.
Yeah, that's good thinking days.
Oh,
when you're riding around.
That's a strategic planning day. That's what that is.
That's it. That's when you plan everything out.
He's going to plot how he's going to drive his route tomorrow, which is pretty much the same route he drives every day.
Yep.
So, Sly, doing a great job, sir. We love you. 8 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's go ahead and get started with our morning call-around report. And we're going to check in with Dakota Livesay with Chronicles of the Old West.
Whether they were trying to battle them, pacify them, or just live in peace, many military and civilians in the Old West knew little about the Indians, and this lack of knowledge often resulted in death on both sides. It was January 27, 1861. In the Arizona Territory, a group of Pinal Indians kidnapped a boy. In response, Lieutenant George Bascom and 54 men were sent to find him. He couldn't tell the difference between a Mexican and an Indian, let alone an Apache from a Navajo, or more specifically, a Pinal Apache from a Chiricahua. Lieutenant Bascom decided that Cochise, a Chiricahua, had stolen the boy. So he met with Cochise under a flag of truce. Knowing nothing about the stolen boy, Cochise did agree to try to find him, but that didn't satisfy Bascom. He attempted to arrest Cochise and some of his followers, stating that they would be released when the boy was returned. But Cochise was able to escape. Bascom still had 3 of the Apache that had come to the meeting, so Cochise made a couple of raids and captured 4 whites, which he offered to exchange for the captive Apache, but Bascom refused. So Cochise executed his prisoners, and Bascom did the same to the Apache prisoners. Cochise declared war, and within 60 days, Cochise and his warriors had killed 150 whites. Then, for the next 11 years, Cochise raided, burned, pillaged, and murdered throughout the southern half of the Arizona Territory, all because to a military officer, an Indian was an Indian. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Dakota Livesay with Chronicles of the Old West right there doing an absolute fabulous job. I love listening to Old West tales like that. Makes me wish I could walk down the street and I'll see you at sunrise or noon.
Who says you can't?
Deputy Butron. He said no.
He'll be right there to greet you,
Deputy Butron says no quick draws on the courthouse lawn. Deputy Butron, good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing just fine. Hope you are.
Doing pretty good. What do you have for us this morning?
In the past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has responded to 218 calls for service. The jail has processed 9 arrests, and there's currently 160 incarcerated in the county jail. For incident reports, Jordan Brooks reported a second-degree trespassing. Deborah Crawford reported a felony larceny. She had a winch stolen in that incident. Christina Radford reported a break-in and entering. She's had multiple different items stolen in that incident. For arrest reports, Robert Van Buskert was served an order for arrest for a failure to appear on a felony. Angela Carpenter Rubio was served an order for arrest for a failure to appear on a misdemeanor. And Melissa Peeler Murray was charged with second-degree trespass. And that's all we've got.
Deputy Butron, we appreciate the report. I hope you have a great day. Most of all, be safe.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Deputy Butron with that report from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. We'll check in with 911 Communications Center after this.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
13 minutes after 7 o'clock. Lindsay with us from the 911 Communications Center. Going to give us that report this morning. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning.
What do you have for us this morning?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 510 911 calls and administrative calls, which consists of 85 EMS under law enforcement, 218 Sheriff's Office, 48 Forest City, 66 Rutherfordton, and 47 Spindale. Under fire calls, Cliffside, Rutherfordton, and Sandy Mush have motor vehicle accidents. Sandy Mush had a structure fire assisting departments, SDO, Cliffside, and Ellenboro, and that is all.
Lindsay, thanks for the report. I hope you have a great day.
You too, bye.
Thanks. And Jay's Discount Grocery is a sponsor for the morning Call Around Reporters, the 911 Communications Center, and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. And they are proudly brought to you by Jay's Discount Grocery.
With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
14 minutes after 7 o'clock. Creighton Lovelace with us from the SDO Fire District. Creighton.
Hello.
I had to throw that in there.
What happened to the good, bad, and the ugly? Well, Creighton's special. He gets all kind of.
He gets all the sound effects.
Blades.
I got all kinds of stuff over there.
He does.
What? No way. No, on the roll today. We're making up for yesterday.
That's
yeah,
right.
we are. We're making up.
All right, here, I got something special for y'all. So listen up. Here's by the way, Chad Medford checking in on the YouTube. Good morning, Chad. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I felt it was this appropriate time to. I'm going to share with y'all the Hillbilly 10 Commandments.
Please do.
And I'm going to do it in my best hillbilly voice. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Ain't but one God.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Honor your ma and pa.
Yeah.
No telling tales or gossiping.
Mm-hmm.
Get your hide to Sunday meeting.
There you go.
Ain't nothing come for the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
No fooling with another feller's gal.
All right, them fighting words there.
And no killing except for critters. And quit your foul mouthing.
There you go.
And no swiping your kinfolk stuff, and don't be hankering for it neither.
There you go.
There you are. I think that's about as basic and simplistic as we can get.
And we don't even need any thous and thuses.
That's it.
Creighton, what do you have for us this morning, sir?
Well, guys, it is the 25th day of the year, and there's 341 days left in the year. And today is, believe it or not, it's National Opposite Day. Seems like I remember an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants about that. Maybe we ought to have dinner for breakfast and breakfast for dinner.
I do remember the SpongeBob opposite. That was hilarious.
Do opposites attract? Is that where that comes from?
Could.
When I looked it up, it didn't. It just said, just do things opposite.
Huh.
Well, in the past 24 hours, Assistant Chief Hopper reported that SDO responded to a mutual aid house fire. No birthdays, anniversaries, or events, but folks in Radioland, if y'all have those, just email them to me at sdoevent@gmail.com. I'll get that notification, and I'll get your stuff on the air as fast as I can. Periods of rain throughout today in the fire district. Some thunder possible. High of 64. Wow. We were in the teens the other week, and now we're in the mid to high 60s. Tonight, a steady rain in the evening. Showers continuing late. Thunder possible and low around 60s. Sunrise coming up here in a few minutes at 7:31. And sunset is at 5:47. The moon is in the full moon phase now. And the signs, green thumbs, well, they're in the heart. And remember, that's a killing sign, so no planting. And now the moon is in the dark phase. It's kind of flip-flops, if you will, depending on what phase it's in. And Todd and Tracy, what does a bee use to brush his hair?
Oh, honeycomb.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, I've got one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm going to retaliate.
Oh, boy.
What was Adam and Eve's biggest problems during their marriage?
I don't know. They wasn't actually married.
What to eat?
No, they couldn't agree on who wore the plants in the family.
I like that. That's pretty good. I remember that one.
Yep.
Why don't cows know when to go to sleep? Because it's always past your bedtime.
Hey. What does a baby computer call his father?
Data.
Data. Todd Sharp.
All right,
okay, the Bible tells us that laughter and merriment is a good medicine.
It really is. I
Awfully
agree.
good.
Well, great. We appreciate your report and hope you have a good Thursday. We'll check back in with you. Hey, it'll be Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
Well, happy
Lord.
Friday Eve, guys.
See you,
Y'all
Craig.
have a blessed day.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Creighton Levels from that report from the SDO Fire District. Folks, let me tell you about North Washington Street Baking Company.
Well, please tell us, Todd.
Let's hear it. They are a new business right here in Rutherford County. They're located, well, I mean, as you can guess, North Washington Street up in Rutherford. They specialize in cupcakes. They've got all flavors of cupcakes. They've got brownie bars. They've got cookies. They've got pies. They've got cakes by the slice, or you can order an entire cake. They also have scones in many different flavors, like almond and chocolate. Well, they have almond and chocolate croissants. They have lemon. They have blueberry. They've got fresh strawberry, cranberry pecan, or the delicious sweet potato muffins, or the sweet bread.
Oh,
If you have
that's
an
so
event coming up
good.
and you need a sweet treat, call on North Washington Street Baking Company. Located at 833 North Washington Street in Rutherford, near Tony's Produce. Call them at 828-827-3747, and trust me, I've had their food. It's a
Keep
sweet
saying I'm going back and
experience.
getting us some of that sweet bread.
Need to
Going
give us
today.
a sampler platter. Have us a
I'm gonna call Jennifer.
breakfast sampler platter
Yeah.
laid out here so we can try all the different
That's right.
varieties.
Yeah.
Make us gain
Oh, you
47
varieties. You said that like Thurston Howell III.
What?
You said varieties. You said it like Thurston.
Variety. Hello, lovey. Oh, well, I'm talking to Chris. He's gonna think I'm done. I'm not gonna talk to these people.
Oh, he has a new name, Lovey.
Johnny Prescott checking in on the YouTube this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And now we're going to go to Christopher Cross. I started to say Christopher Cross.
Christopher
I knew that
Cruz.
wasn't right. Chris Melton in the Chimney Rock Fire District. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Good morning. How are y'all?
I wish
we're doing
if you had
good.
Christopher Cross's money, you'd be all right, wouldn't
Yep.
you?
That's right.
And he that fits
I
him
think he made
because
a
he
ton
wrote the
off of
song
selling.
Selling.
Yeah.
And that fits Chris right there.
There's a guy that lives right out the road from me on, I can't think of it, but his name is Christopher Cross. He had a yard sale out
really?
there one time.
Oh.
I was like, you got any records you'll sign for me? And he's like, I'm not that Christopher Cross. So, well, I was trying.
Oh.
Chris, what do you have for us this morning?
Not a whole lot. Just glad to talk to y'all again today.
Everybody
But,
yesterday. It was
it was
a sad day kind of
tumultuous
yesterday.
day yesterday.
Yeah.
But really no cause to report. Everybody was good on this end. Monday, Lake Lure and Bills Creek had ran a medical call, and other than that, that's it. Don't forget about Lake Lure Baptist men's breakfast Saturday at 9. So other than that, no major events to report.
That little puppy's got something to say.
I was going to ask you if
She
you
sure
had a dog
does.
in the background there, but she introduced herself.
She's wanting to sing a song.
She is singing for us.
Chris, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good Thursday. We'll check back in with you tomorrow.
Y'all have a great day as well.
You
Thanks,
too.
bye-bye.
Take care.
Chris Melton with that report from the Chimney Rock Fire District. We're going to check in with DeVern Upton over in Boston next.
Cheryl, I've been talking to Tommy and David, the outside salesmen at Henson Building Materials in Forest City. They're going to help us navigate through our remodeling project.
Well, I know they have tons of experience, so we'll be in good hands.
Good hands is right. Even professional builders shop there because they trust the quality products and service.
And did you know they have a great relationship with our community, too? Oh, they're so nice.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
23 minutes after 7 o'clock, DeVern Upton with us from the Boston Fire District. DeVern, good morning.
Good morning. How you this rainy morning?
Oh, I'm doing good, doing
Just
good.
soggy. Just soggy.
Foggy and soggy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we have a temperature of 53 degrees here in Boston. Fire department responded to one medical call. We have one birthday, Tracy Wickham. We want to wish her a happy birthday. Food boxes will be given out at Washburn's Outreach today from 9 to 1, and the thrift store will also be open. So go in and check all their goodies out. And if you have any donations, they have an outside box there. You can drop them in, and they'll greatly appreciate them. Don't forget to come down to Whistle Stop Bakery here on Main Street in Boston. Check all her bakery items out, and then go in the Boston Florist and order your Valentine arrangements or whatever you want to order for your sweetie. And hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Thanks, DeVern. You do the same. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Take care.
Thanks a lot. DeVern Upton with that report from the Boston Fire District. We're going to move over and talk with Robbie Samuel after I tell you about the fine folks down at Scrappy's Food and Fuel. If you haven't stopped by Scrappy's Food and Fuel convenience store, well, you need to. It's on Highway 221 South in Forest City, right down below Floyd's Creek Baptist Church. They've got some of the most delicious food anywhere around. From breakfast biscuits all the way up until lunch, they've got the all-beef hot dog baskets, hand-breaded chicken tenders, healthy salad. You will not be disappointed. They have a clean, spacious store with friendly staff. Stop in and meet Scott and Colleen. They're the owners and operators. Cafe is open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. until 2. The store is open Monday through Friday, 7 until 9, and Sundays, 8 until 8. They also have U-Haul rentals available. Call-ins are always welcome at 828-229-3313. Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Everything you need in one place. Everything we need is over in one place from Robbie Samuel. It's in his.
Did we hear something bark?
It's in his head.
Did you?
Is today bringing your dog to work today? Or did we miss
Did I hear a dog bark?
Yeah, you heard a dog bark.
Okay. We know Brenda's going to have some dogs. Did we miss the memo to bring your dog to work day?
Yep.
I believe you
I should have
did.
brought Bullet.
I should have brought Buddy. Buddy would have had this place tore up in about 2 minutes.
Bullet wouldn't have come in. I'd had to pick him up and carry him in.
Buddy would have been too busy hunting trees.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That one was just a little. He's a little excited this morning. He's in a good mood, so I'll let him be.
Oh.
That's right. Let him be.
I know Chris's dog was wanting to sing.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you say something about it, but I didn't realize it was his dog.
Yeah, it was. We can hear it whining in the background, and then he barked. Then she barked. Tracy was like, "Is that a dog?" I guess it is.
Yeah, it is.
All of the dogs got cabin fever with all this rain.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It sure has done some rain, that's for sure.
Well, it's not quitting yet.
Nope.
I think we're in for some pretty good storms coming in tomorrow, unless they've changed.
I believe that's right.
Phew, we're all
Not looking
waterlogged.
forward to that. Yeah.
We've got a 50% chance. We got an 80% chance of rain today, 50% tomorrow, 80% Saturday, 30% on Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's going to be in the mid to upper 50s all week.
And raining?
No,
On
sunshine.
Lord have mercy. I
So
started to
next
say, I'm
week
going to
we're
get on a
gonna
plane and leave.
Next week we're going to dry out, hopefully.
Well, Tina ought to be pretty excited about it. I know she likes this. So
Yeah, I like rain, but when it gets on a roll like this and just day after day after day,
yeah.
it gets
I don't
old.
mind a few rainy days, that's for sure. But yeah, it does. It's nice to have the rain, like you said. But
Yeah.
my goodness, just all at one time sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then this summer when we need it, we won't be able to find it. It'll be gone.
Yep.
Get them
There you
pop-up
go. We'll be
thunderstorms
back.
every afternoon.
Everybody be doing rain dances then.
Yeah, that's right. Giving the preachers a little extra money to pray for rain.
I started to say everybody be paying the preacher.
Yeah. Oh. But, yeah, I heard you say something about the spaghetti supper at Mount Vernon Baptist, or the community club, so looking forward to that. That's going to be something different. I know this year they didn't do any of the ham suppers, and I know folks has missed those, but that takes a lot of work, and I know a lot of folks don't realize the work that those people put into that, but it is a lot of work. They start prepping around Wednesday, it seems like, and
I didn't even
they
tell
get it all
what it
ready for
was.
Saturday.
It was for a fundraiser for the. I didn't even tell what it was. It's for the fundraiser for the Mount Vernon Community Club house. I guess that's what it is.
It is. It sure is. Which they, with the money that they make at that clubhouse, they do so much with it, and it's not just. It don't just go to the clubhouse. I mean, which they do have if anybody in the community is interested in being a part of the membership, they do meet.
Does the
it's
church
second
own
Tuesday.
that community clubhouse?
I don't. They just oversee it. I don't think
okay.
it's like ownership. I mean, honestly, I can't answer that question. I know there's the folks in the church take care of it and make sure that it's running, but it's still like a separate committee and it funds itself.
Oh, okay.
With the rentals and things that they do. But they, like I said, they do several different things. They'll do scholarships. They've given money to the sheriff's department before. Hudlow Fire Department's received money. They're big at the backpack program with Mount Vernon School. They work in partnership with Mount Vernon Elementary School. So there's a lot that goes into it, and those faithful people, and I will say that, they are very faithful, that a part of that committee and in that clubhouse, and to keep things running like they do, it takes a lot of work. But yeah, it's going to be pretty neat to considering the spaghetti supper. You don't hear many of those.
I know you don't. And for
something
$10, that's for all you get. That's not bad.
No, it ain't. And with the dining room being open too, that's going to be nice for folks to get out and about and talk and shake hands and hug people and just have a good old time.
Yep.
But yeah, that'll be coming up.
And that goes back to number. That goes back to number. Let's see, number 3 on the Hillbilly 10 Commandments. No telling tales or gossiping.
There you go. Well, that's one thing. Well, I shouldn't say it. I started to say that's one thing church people's good for. Well, not everybody.
If you want to know the latest scandal, go to church on Sunday. You'll figure it out. And if you don't hear it, it's probably you.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody else got a break. It's your turn this week, right?
That's the wonderful thing of a small town, isn't it?
That's exactly
Little small
right.
community.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's what I loved about it on Andy Griffith. You know, they did one on that show.
Yeah.
I think being all of them starting to gossip and then end up turning on the boys.
That was that was one of my favorite episodes, and it's at the very end where Andy looks over there and sees Aunt Bee waving at him, and he goes, "Oh, okay, she set us up."
I got you. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's funny. But it's all in fun sometimes. So. But with that being said, we did run a fire alarm again at 1 o'clock this morning, same place. But hopefully they'll get that straightened out. I don't know what's going on with their alarm system, but hopefully they'll get it straightened out. And I know I didn't get to get on the radio yesterday, but just want to wish my Uncle Robert Samuel a happy birthday today. Or yesterday. It was actually yesterday. I hope you had a good day. But I'm glad to hear y'all up and running, and hopefully y'all can run out throughout the day and don't get waterlogged. And I don't really have nothing on the town calendar, so that's really all I got going on this week, or today anyway. Tomorrow's Friday, like you said. Looking forward to that.
All right, Robbie, we appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Robbie, what's the difference between a teenager and E.T.?
One's got a smart mouth. I don't know.
E.T. actually called home.
Well,
there you go.
See, there is a difference, right?
You were right, weren't you?
Robbie, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Y'all do as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Robbie Samuel with that report from the Mount Vernon Fire District. We're going to move over and check in with Sue Price, Sunshine, Golden Valley, Cherry Mountain.
Golden Valley.
There, you know.
Sis Ford, located on Oak Street in Forest City, is now Legendary Ford. Still locally owned and still offering the same local hometown service as always. The new family at Legendary Ford is working hard to prove to you that they want your business. So stop by today and see the large selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks on the lot, and let the guys at Legendary Ford help you choose the perfect vehicle that best fits you and your family. Visit them at 565 Oak Street in Forest City, or visit the website at www.legendaryford.com, or call them at 245-1626.
Going over to the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District, and Sue Price with us this morning. Sue, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Beautiful
Everything,
Sue.
Everything going over there?
Good. Everything is going all right. I reckon it's cloudy, rainy, but it's going to be a nice day anyway.
That's right.
Yeah. And we don't have anything going on that I know of. No. Excuse me. No birthdays or anniversaries on any of my calendars for today. Yesterday on my personal calendar I had birthdays for Amy Johnson and Phil Tony, so I hope they had a good day. And nothing today on the calendars. Nobody celebrating that I know, but we hope anybody's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And I don't have any announcements. Didn't have any calls from the fire department, so that's a good thing. Always glad to hear that they hadn't had anything, because it's, especially in this bad weather.
That's right.
But we appreciate all they do. They do go through a lot of training to become a fire person. Nobody knows how much except those that's been in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of time off for them to do that.
I don't see how in the world they jump up from a dead sleep in the middle of the night. That's all.
We appreciate them. Though.
Yeah, we do.
But I reckon that's all I have this morning. Hope y'all have a good day and enjoy it. Richard's still at Fairhaven in Forest City. He's not doing too well, so just keep him in prayer.
We sure will.
We'll do it.
All right.
Thanks, Sue. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Sue Price with that report from the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. And we're going to move over to Tina White, Shingle Hollow next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Right down Tina's alley it is this morning. Tina, good morning.
Good morning. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Yes, it sure, and everywhere else. It's just falling, falling, falling.
That doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red, because crying's not for me, because
Go ahead.
I'm never going to stop the rain from complaining.
Take it away,
because
Tina.
I'm free.
Go ahead and help him.
Nothing's
you'd get me off.
worrying me.
Say no more Tina if I start singing. I'm thinking I love a rainy night and I love a rainy day. And I heard the dogs this morning too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they were sounding out this morning. Let us know
They sure
were. There.
were. They were saying, we have a voice too. Let us say
That's right,
something.
we want to sing.
well, up here it is, of course, pouring the rain and it's 50 degrees. And the fire department had one medical call. There's birthdays today from Miss Montana and Cheyenne Cersei. They turned 13 today, and they are twin sisters. Happy birthday, Montana and Cheyenne. Then on Pilgrim Way's calendar, they have Todd Wildenberg as a birthday, so happy birthday, Todd. And an anniversary for Kenny and Debbie Justice, so happy anniversary to them. That's really all I got. I know that on February 10th, we can just stay right here in the community and have breakfast at Gilkey Community Center, because all-you-can-eat buffet breakfast, $10, and then that afternoon head over to Mount Vernon Community Clubhouse. I used to love their country ham and chicken pie supper, so I bet their spaghetti supper is going to be great, too. Oh, and you were talking about North Washington Bakery. Everybody needs to go in there and tell them. I heard it on WCAB.
All right.
I'm telling you, I've made several stops in there since y'all been advertising. I'm going to gain some weight, I'm sure.
I hope you told them you heard it on WCAB.
I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. If you go in there,
I was the only one.
Oh.
If you go in there and mention that you heard it on Todd and Tracy Morning Show, you'll get free parking. So there you go.
There you go, free parking. Mention WCAB.
Oh.
That's right.
But yes, everything I've gotten there is delicious.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, yeah, it is. Absolutely.
I tried a quiche. They have quiche as well, and I think it was bacon and spinach.
Uh-huh.
Oh, out of this world good. It was so good. I tried to redo it myself that following weekend.
Right.
And, nothing, no. Mine was not even close. It was edible, but it wasn't even close.
Yeah, she's the one that used to make all those good desserts over at Cafe at the Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a wonderful place to eat. So y'all just head on over to the bakery today. It's a good rainy day to go get a sweet treat. All right. Well, I will talk to you tomorrow. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Thanks, Tina. Have a good one.
Y'all too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tina with that report from Shingle Hollow. We're going to check in with Brenda Kelly up in Union Mills next.
It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
Brenda Kelly with us on this soggy Thursday, 20 minutes till 8 o'clock. Brenda, good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all on this tremendous soggy Thursday morning?
It's a tidal wave Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like y'all having fun, though.
Oh, yeah, might as well be.
Missed you yesterday.
I know.
Yeah, I hate we wasn't on. Something I didn't
who
figure
got
out
the
on.
bug out of the system? Lou.
Yep.
Bless her heart. Put
I'm not
a
gonna-
star in her crown.
I'm not going to tell you how she fixed it. She turned it off and on again.
Yep.
Do you know how she fixed it?
She turned it off and on
She
again.
rebooted it. I told Lou yesterday, I said, I cannot believe as many times
That I didn't
as
think of
Todd has
that.
told me to do that to my computer, that he didn't do it to this
Yeah,
one.
I don't know.
We were just aggravated yesterday morning. We come
Well,
in, everything was down.
Yeah, when you come in and the stuff's not working right, automatically you're aggravated. You got to say, well, it's past time for me to be on the radio. What am I in?
Exactly.
And so your mind just shuts down.
It really does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we're glad y'all back on this morning.
We
Let's see.
appreciate it.
I've got 50 degrees. I don't have any birthdays and anniversaries. I don't know of anything going on. I hadn't got any calls from anything, anybody, or nothing. So it's just a rainy day in the neighborhood. So if you go out, be sure and take your umbrella so you don't get wet and melt or rust.
Try, don't get wet. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Some melt and some rust, don't they?
That's exactly right.
I guess it depends on your heart.
There you go. But y'all better truck on down to Edinburgh and check on Luther Sweet Thing.
All right, we'll do it. Brenda, thanks.
Take care, Brett. Be careful
Okay.
today.
Bye-bye.
Catch you later.
Brenda Kelly with that report from the Union Mills Fire District. We are going to check in with Luther Gillikin in Ellenboro after this.
Well, it's a brand new year, so let the drop-in help you start your new year off with their brand new deals. Start with a delicious breakfast chicken biscuit or a steak biscuit, 2 for $6.49. Mix and match, or enjoy a lunch meal with a popular chicken strip meal. Get 3 strips, 6 wedges, and a roll. Dipping sauce, only $7.29. Get the new year started with 6 packs of Coke products, 2 for $6. And let the drop-in help you get that 2024 diet started with fresh salads. Choose large or small. Get all this and more. Friendly staff, clean stores, and superb service. Always at the drop-in. So come on, drop in. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
7:43 on this Thursday morning. Luther Gillikin with us from Ellenboro. Luther, good morning.
Good morning. Hope you're having a good day.
Good as I can be.
We hope you are.
Good. I'm having a great time running around, miss dodging the raindrops.
I started to say, don't let all that rain get in your coffee.
Well, I don't get no rain. Well, it'd just be weaker coffee then.
Yeah, there you go.
But it'd be diluted too.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, but we're having a good morning down here. It's not raining right at the moment, but it has been. And what man says, it will be again. So, but you see, fire department had 2 medical calls yesterday, and went down to Cincinnati Emotional Structure Farm, but got canceled on it. So they just turn around and come back, and everything else going quiet this morning. So you two have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Luther, we'll see you then. Thanks.
Take care,
All right,
Luther.
take care.
Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenboro Fire District. And it wraps up our call-around report for this Thursday morning. Just a reminder, Granny Bees, they are our sponsor for the morning birthdays and the birthday winner. Go there, you can enjoy a fresh, delicious orange twist. They've got Long Johns, the cream-filled donuts, the original glazed donut, or for lunch you can stop in and order a delicious Granny Bees sub sandwich or a fresh salad. Granny Bees does cakes for showers, weddings, birthdays, or any occasion that you may need a cake, or if you'd rather have those pinafores, you can get those instead. Granny Bees hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 until 7, Saturday, 9 until 6. Call them at 286-9012. Located at 322 West Main Street in Spindale. If you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary, give me a call, 287-335-56. We'll have a birthday party in your honor and give away a box of those pinafores to the winner this morning. Birthdays and anniversaries, call now.
By my radio scripts, many of you have deduced that I have been involved in church work for most of my career. It is and has been my love and passion. And in the last number of years, planting new churches has been my focus in the U.S. and abroad. Well, imagine my surprise when I came upon an old yellow-tainted magazine article from a church publication dated February 1906. It was an article questioning how to get churches and pastors more involved and interested in planting churches in needy areas of the community. I wondered what this old paper was doing in our boxes of genealogy-related materials. As I studied the article and the author's name more closely, I delightedly discovered that this article was written by my grandmother prior to her marriage to my grandfather. She was in work similar to what I am now doing. The heart of what I do is part of my DNA. The imprint we leave on our children and grandchildren is affected by how we live our lives today. I was not even a thought in anyone's mind when my grandmother, a single woman at the time, was involved in the very things to which I now give my time. I leave you with the challenge. What DNA are you leaving to your offspring? This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living.
Well, let everybody know there's an accident up on US 64 near the Westminster area, so be careful if you're going that direction this morning. Again, an accident up on 64 near Westminster.
Wayne's Lunchbox can satisfy the pickiest of eaters at lunch or dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. You can enjoy salads, sandwiches, a limited meat and veggie menu at lunchtime, and then for supper, your choice of a meat and vegetables. Call on Wayne's for any catering event that you may have, offering catering service, so stop by 391 East Main Street in Spindale. Call 828-395-2225. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 until 2, for supper, 3 until 7.
Birthday. Happy birthday today to Tracy Wickham, celebrating a birthday today. Also, Peyton Doty, 75 years old today in Ellenboro. So happy birthday, Peyton. Hope you have many, many more. Those are the only two that was called in this morning, so we'll pick a winner out of those. Birthdays and events throughout history. Today is the birthday of Etta James. She was born in 1938.
Oh, she's the one that sings that really
At
last.
Oh, yeah. Love that song.
Me
1981
too.
singer Alicia Keys was born. On this day in 1858, the Wedding March is played for the first time at a wedding. It was Princess Victoria to the Crown Prince of Russia. In 1870, the soda fountain is patented. 1924, the first Winter Olympics is held. And in 1937, the first broadcast of Guiding Light was heard on NBC
Oh, my
radio.
goodness. Phew, we watched the heck out of that.
Today in 1961, the first live nationally televised presidential news conference is held with John F. Kennedy. On this day in 1961, 101 Dalmatians is released. The Beatles, on this day in 1964, hit their first #1 hit in the United States with I Want to Hold Your Hand. On this day in 1970, MASH premieres. This is National Florida Day, National Irish Coffee Day, and National Opposite Day. So there you go. You are up to date on this day in history. Got another birthday called in, a little late for the drawing, but we'll announce that as soon as we get the name back here. And we're going to get in touch with Rick Hauser this morning over at Jay's Discount Grocery. We got one more birthday.
Also wish McKagan Pitts.
McKagan Pitts celebrating a birthday. The winner was Tracy Wickham. She was the winner of our Pettifor's compliments of Granny Bees and Pure Country. See if we can get a hold of our friend Rick Hauser over at Jay's Discount Grocery this morning. See what's going on where you can save money. I know that for a fact.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
How are y'all this morning?
Oh, we're just doing good.
It's a nice rainy day, isn't it?
Yes, it's been a nice rainy day, and it's been a nice rainy day, and it's been a nice rainy day.
Well, you know, it could
Day
be
after
worse,
day.
It could be raining, or it could be snowing.
You're right. It could be sleeting. That's good.
So
Yeah.
Let's be happy with what we got.
I know it.
Rick, tell us
So
all
I'm
about...
gonna smack myself in the mouth now.
Tell us
That's
about all the
right.
things happening over at Jay's Discount Grocery.
Well, listen, if you want to save money, you got to come to Jay's. We got some pineapples left at $2 for $1. Got a few left. We got big load of produce and frozen and cooler stuff coming in sometime somewhere after lunch. So we're going to be stocked up all day. Got plenty of bread, got plenty of soft drinks. You name it, we got it. Come on in and save money.
Rick, tell us where to find you.
Over on Oak Street in Forest City. Look for the big red J. Come back to the back and find us.
That's like bring your money, but don't bring as much as you think you need because you're going to save part of that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just bring a big car because you can pile more in it.
You got it. Save you money and buy more.
That's exactly right.
Rick, thanks so much. Have a good Thursday.
Yes, sir. Y'all
Bye-bye.
come visit.
Rick Hauser with that report from Jay's Discount Grocery. They are our official sponsor of the 911 Communications Report and the Sheriff's Department Report.
Hey, Todd.
You were just itching over
I
there.
am.
I can tell.
Hey, listen to this. I got this little book, and it's just got such funny things in it. A teacher asked one of her students where the English Channel is located. The student answers, "I'm not sure. We switched cable companies last month."
That's about right. Not sure, but do you remember the old satellites you set out in your backyard and you had to tune them and watch that big satellite move?
Right.
You had to go to CSAT.
Yeah.
I remember that.
God, they were huge.
Yeah. Well, back when we first moved out into Bostic over there, that was in '88. That was the only thing you could get. I mean, you had the basic channels, and that was it. Cable didn't come out that
That's
far.
right.
There was no such thing as video streaming. You could forget that.
Oh, I know.
So the only way you could really get good television was to have one of them big C-band satellites installed. And my dad did that.
Yep.
And it stayed there for a long, long time.
Some people are probably still planted in the ground.
Yeah. I've seen people take them off the mountain, turn them upside down on top of the pole, and make them like a little shed.
Oh.
That was pretty cool.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty neat the way they do that. Some of them were made out of fiberglass, like these out here out back. They're fiberglass.
Right.
Some of them were made out of mesh. Those mesh ones they're nice. You can make a little shelter, a hut, or whatever out of one of those. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
So that's it. We're out of. We can talk about anything we want right at this point.
Well, yeah, I do have a couple more, but I got one more.
One more.
Just one more. This lady is talking about her daughter. She said, "We have a beautiful little girl who we named after my mom. In fact, passive aggressive psycho turns 5 tomorrow."
That's
They named her after her mom. You get it?
passive aggressive psycho. Sometimes it's
Okay, a teacher asked her class true or false. The Declaration of Independence was written in Philadelphia. False, a little boy says in the back. It was written in ink.
It was written in ink. John Hancock was the first person to sign it. We found out yesterday.
And he signed it really, really big, didn't he?
Really big. So the King of England wouldn't need his glasses.
Bless his heart.
Look at his signature there. Well, folks, hope you have a great Friday. Thursday, it is Friday.
It is
Eve.
Free Friday.
When we come back in here tomorrow, it will be Friday. So there you go. We are 1 month removed from Christmas. On the downhill slide again to Christmas, it seems like. It's hard to believe next week's going to be February.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody talked about how fast last year flew. This one's already starting, isn't it?
Oh, it seems like it's just floating right along.
Yeah,
time
is fleeting.
Going to make way for Lou Gillum coming into the Blue Room in just a little bit. She's going to have news and events from our area and beyond. So that's that, folks. Hope you have a great Thursday. Remember, if you know anybody that you think might want to listen to us, tune us in at 100.9 FM, 590 AM. You can also catch us on YouTube. Search for the WCAB radio, and you'll find our little icon is an American flag there. And that's where you'll find WCAB. You can get all of our past shows there. You can join us live, take part in the chat. And we'd love to have you in our chat because we try to interact with all of them in our chat. Try to interact with all of y'all.
I know, we're chatty.
Oh, yeah,
we love to talk to anybody.
Where you can be informed as well as entertained.
That's exactly right. They go hand in hand.
As well as informed. That's it. Folks, be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you.
We promise.
Hope you have a great Thursday. And we'll see you tomorrow. At
NCI News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Mobile sports betting will begin in North Carolina on March 11th. Companies that want to launch betting services within the state had to file their applications before the new year. This sports betting expert told WCNC in Charlotte.
Major League Baseball, NFL, NHL, college sports, in-state college sports.
This morning, parts of the South are under flood warnings as powerful rain from the west sweeps across the country. In LaGrange, Texas, flooding is pushing parts of the Colorado River into flood stage, but resident Connie Maliski says it doesn't compare to the flooding seen in 2017's Hurricane Harvey.
I don't think anybody's really that worried about it this time because of the fact that that was a totally different type of storm. They called it the 100-year storm.
In the past week, there's been a downward trend in patient admissions with the flu, RSV, and COVID.
The North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services said emergency department visits for respiratory viruses are down 2.5% for the third straight week. COVID-19 totaling less than 750 and the flu with less than 325. I'm Shadate Hargett-Hill.
CBS News correspondent Jim Crisula reports on some good news for higher education.
The nation's colleges and universities are seeing growth for the first time since the start of the COVID pandemic. Undergraduate enrollment was up just over 1% last fall. According to the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center, there were 176,000 more undergrads in college than the previous year.
And Eastern North Carolina College president announced his retirement on Wednesday. Pitt County Community College says their president for the past 6 years, Dr. Lawrence L. Rouse, is retiring this summer. He told WITN,
I feel really proud of what we've done, and I don't say me, but what we've done as a team.
You're listening to NCI News.
Have you ever had a mammogram?
I could never really afford one until now.
New job with benefits?
It's the same job with NC Medicaid.
I heard they're covering more people.
Well, you can earn more and still get NC Medicaid. Full coverage, low or no copays, prescriptions too.
Was it hard to enroll?
I went to the NC Medicaid website. Took a bit of time, but it's worth it.
Are you anxious about the test?
Not as much now that I have NC Medicaid.
See if you qualify at medicaid.nc.gov.
Getting older and wiser is a part of life. But like all things, aging has its challenges, and it's often hard to know where to turn for answers. Listen to the AARP Without Limits podcast to get the best information to navigate the challenges of aging in North Carolina. Learn how to live your best life after 50. You can find the latest episodes of AARP Without Limits wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is challenging her former boss and current rival for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination to meet her on a debate stage. Details from CBS's Jared Hill.
Nikki Haley, defying pressure to drop out of the GOP presidential race, is calling out former President Donald Trump.
Get on a debate stage and let's go. Bring it, Donald. Show me what you got.
The former South Carolina governor announced at a rally in her home state that she's raised over $1 million since finishing behind Trump in New Hampshire Tuesday. A seemingly perturbed Trump posted on social media that anyone who contributes to Haley's campaign will be permanently barred from the MAGA camp. Jared Hill, CBS News.
A Boeing plant where 737s are built is pausing operations today to allow workers to focus on safety and quality. Boeing is taking other steps to beef up safety weeks after a door panel blew off a 737 MAX 9. Sheriff in one eastern North Carolina county is addressing safety concerns after the second inmate in less than a year died at a county jail. Lenore County Sheriff Jackie Rogers said,
We talk to every inmate. We try to carry on the conversation whether they're suicidal or they're in need of something for their drug addiction and things like that.
Alcohol has reportedly gone on sale in the conservative Muslim kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but as CBS's Vicki Barker reports in the foreign desk...
There was no official announcement, but it appears Saudi Arabia has quietly opened a liquor store for the first time in 7 decades. So far, only foreign, non-Muslim diplomats can shop there, and they've been importing alcohol via diplomatic pouch for years. It's possible other non-Muslim foreigners working in Saudi will also eventually gain access. They've been brewing their own liquor in the privacy of their expat compound.
Mike Rayleigh, NCI News.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people. Without destroying your credit, they can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-486-1567. 800-486-1567. 800-486-1567.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number TC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
A number of Republican governors, along with House Speaker Mike Johnson, voicing support for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He's at odds with the Biden administration, which has been fighting to keep the southern border open, while Abbott tries to secure the border. And the controversy is heating up after the Supreme Court refused to prohibit the Border Patrol from cutting through razor wire barriers installed by Texas. Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee among a growing number of Republicans urging Nikki Haley to drop out of the GOP presidential race. Blackburn says Trump is the man.
He is going to be the nominee. We need to unify behind him. We need to focus on winning the Senate and House seats that are going to be necessary for him to have a majority to support his agenda.
Blackburn speaking with the Salem Radio Network's Hugh Hewitt. Also at SRNnews.com, President Biden has vetoed a Republican measure. It has to do with electric vehicle chargers.
GOP Senator Marco Rubio sponsored the bill, saying that if taxpayer money is used to build EV charging stations, they should be made by Americans in America using American products. But the president blocked the measure because he wanted a waiver allowing some foreign-made content. The White House argued that the Republican plan would actually block Made in America requirements by reverting U.S. policy to a 1980s rule.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. In Ohio, the override is complete. The Republican-led state legislature successfully overriding Governor DeWine's veto of a bill that bans so-called gender-affirming care for minors to include puberty blockers and hormone therapy. The law, which also says no boys on girls' sports teams, will now take effect in 3 months. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are up 99 points. This is SRN News.
Attention businesses of all sizes affected by COVID-19. The federal government has introduced the Employee Retention Credit. It's a new relief program that allows you to collect up to $26,000 per employee. If your business was forced to close due to COVID-19, or you lost 20% or more of your sales, you may qualify for free financial relief. There's no limit to the amount you can file for, and you don't have to pay the money back. Call Park Settlement now. They'll explain to you how much you qualify for and how fast the funds can be in your business bank account. To find out if you qualify for the ERC program, call Park Settlement right now for details. There's no upfront cost to you, and you could receive up to $26,000 per employee. Call right now for details. 800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. That's 800-310-5831.
WCAB.
This is Dakota Livesay chronicling another true story taken from the 1800s, a time known to all as the Old West. Today's story illustrates the military's lack of knowledge about Indians and how that lack of knowledge was extremely dangerous.
Compassion, commitment, and professionalism. These are the qualities family members need at a time of sorrow. That's why families in Rutherford County turn to Harrelson Funeral Home. The professional staff at Harrelson Funeral Home in Forest City understands your sadness, your loneliness, and your need for guidance. You'll know when you turn to Harrelson Funeral Home that your deepest concerns will be felt. You need someone to listen and guide you through the process of planning a funeral. That's why you need Harrelson Funeral Home. To make it easier on you at that difficult time, plan early for services you'll want for your loved ones. Call Harrelson Funeral Home today. That phone number is 657-6383. See why Harrelson Funeral Home is the choice for you. 1251 Highway 221A, Forest City.
Whether they were trying to battle them, pacify them, or just live in peace, many military and civilians in the Old West knew little about the Indians, and this lack of knowledge often resulted in death on both sides. It was January 27, 1861. In the Arizona Territory, a group of Pinal Indians kidnapped a boy. In response, Lieutenant George Bascom and 54 men were sent to find him. He couldn't tell the difference between a Mexican and an Indian, let alone an Apache from a Navajo, or more specifically, a Pinal Apache from a Chiricahua. Lieutenant Bascom decided that Cochise, a Chiricahua, had stolen the boy. So he met with Cochise under a flag of truce. Knowing nothing about the stolen boy, Cochise did agree to try to find him, but that didn't satisfy Bascom. He attempted to arrest Cochise and some of his followers, stating that they would be released when the boy was returned. But Cochise was able to escape. Bascom still had 3 of the Apache that had come to the meeting, so Cochise made a couple of raids and captured 4 whites, which he offered to exchange for the captive Apache, but Bascom refused. So Cochise executed his prisoners, and Bascom did the same to the Apache prisoners. Cochise declared war, and within 60 days Cochise and his warriors had killed 150 whites. Then for the next 11 years, Cochise raided, burned, pillaged, and murdered throughout the southern half of the Arizona Territory, all because to a military officer, an Indian was an Indian. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Are you turning 65 or are you losing group health insurance? Give us a call at Insurance Service Associates. My name is Dwayne Hunt, and I represent all the coverages for Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, and major medical. Give us a call at 245-5301 and let us see what we can do for you. Or drop by the office at 245 East Main Street in Forest City. That's Insurance Service Associates.
Imagine getting the tractor you've always wanted. Well, now you can. Stop by NC Tractor and Farm Supply, talk with Phil Sheehan and his professional staff, and let them help you find the perfect Massey Ferguson tractor that's right for you. Any questions you have, they'll be happy to answer. Stop in today, 299 Railroad Avenue, NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 828-288-0395. And weather this hour is being brought to you by NC Tractor Supply. Today, cloudy, showers, thunderstorms, highs around 65 degrees. Now for tonight, cloudy, more showers, more thunderstorms. Look for lows around 60 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy, rain, showers, thunderstorms, highs around 70. Tomorrow night, cloudy, scattered showers, rain, thunderstorms, lows around 55. Saturday morning, heavy showers. Cloudy skies, look for highs around 65. Those showers and thunderstorms through Saturday evening. Sunday morning, still a chance of maybe showers, thunderstorms. But then by Sunday night, partly cloudy. Looking for lows around 35 degrees, but that wind chill, a low around 30 degrees. Then Monday, sunshine's back. Looking for highs around 55 degrees. Right now, 52 degrees. It's cloudy, it's foggy, it's raining. 9 minutes past 8 o'clock. Well, taking a look at some of the local headlines. The Superior Grand Jury sitting in Rutherfordton has returned criminal indictments charging Russell Hester of Rutherfordton with multiple counts of embezzlement of over $100,000 and obtaining property by false pretense for an alleged total of over $400,000 of embezzlement from the Rutherfordton Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. Now, the Rutherfordton Alcoholic Beverage Control Board is a component unit of the town of Rutherfordton. Now, while the town of Rutherfordton has oversight control of the board members who make up the Town of Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. The Town of Rutherford does not control the operations of the Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. The Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board is a standalone, separate legal entity. Now, as a separate entity, the Town of Rutherford and the North Carolina General Statutes require an independent annual audit of the Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, and for the findings of that audit to be presented in the town's annual report. These audits are conducted after the close of the fiscal operating year, which runs from July 1st through June 30th of each year. Now, during this audit for the most recent year, the Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, the independent audit firm of Goldsmith Mullis Gray, PLLC, uncovered potential fraudulent activity occurring within the organization. Now, upon notification to the Town of Rutherford and the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, an investigation commenced with the Rutherford Police Department on November the 1st, 2023. This evidence uncovered by the investigation, the former general manager of the Rutherford ABC store had embezzled and defrauded the Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. Upon uncovering this alleged fraudulent activity, the general manager was terminated from his duties on November the 1st, 2023, as the investigation continued into the potential extent of the activity. The Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board engaged a licensed certified public accountant for outside management of all funds and hired a retired board finance director to serve as interim general manager for the store. Now, this has allowed the store to remain open and begin recovering from this incident. Input from the outside CPA and the town has helped the new general manager and board move forward and to provide additional oversight and support. Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board Chairman Greg Hodge said this behavior is unacceptable and should never be tolerated, especially with public funds. The board is appreciative of the auditor and the law enforcement for their investigations. The Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board expects that justice will be served in this case and has significant modifications to prevent any future liabilities. The Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Store is at 441 South Main Street in Rutherford and remains open to the public. Now, the Rutherford Alcoholic Beverage Control Board sold its first retail products on November the 1st, 1979, and was established to distribute its net profits back to the community, with net profits distributed as follows: 70% to the Town of Rutherford to include an allowance for law enforcement purposes, 15% to the Rutherford County Board of Education for RS Central High School, 7.5% to Rutherford Elementary School, 7.5% to Rutherford Spindale Middle School. And an update with this, the Rutherford Police Department has served the grand jury warrants, and Hester is currently in the Rutherford County Detention Center with a $500,000 secured bond. Well, Keep Rutherford County Beautiful has announced the complete funding of the $1,200 Green Scholarship, thanks to a $1,000 donation from Andrew Tisdale, founder of Freedom Financial Management in Forest City. Dr. Brock Heflin has also contributed to fully fund the larger scholarship. We are thankful that both Dr. Heflin and Mr. Tisdale recognize the impact we're having on our young leaders and have supported our scholarship for many years. That, according to Jenna Bailey, Executive Director of the KRBC, the increased funding has allowed us to keep 2 students, and there are many in need. The KRBC is celebrating its 4th year of the Green Scholarship, and applications are now being taken. Eligibility extends to any senior attending school in Rutherford County, including public, charter, or private homeschool groups. Students intending to major in a green area of study are encouraged to apply. Last year's recipients, Amelia Harris and Maya Elena, are studying environmental science and marine biology, respectively. The list of applicable majors is not limited to these 2. Applicants can pursue any environment-related degree. Now, additional requirements include a GPA of at least 3.0, 20 hours of community service, a letter of recommendation, and an essay submission demonstrating an interest in environment practices. The complete application and checklist can be found at keeprncbeautiful.org. The deadline for application submissions is Thursday, March the 28th, 2024. And once applications are reviewed, the top 3 candidates will be notified in April if they qualify for the finalist stage. The top 2 winners will be announced in May. Now, the purpose of the scholarship is to help alleviate financial barriers to help higher education for aspiring advocates. 2 scholarships will be presented, one's for $1,200, the other for $500, to be applied to college expenses. To reach this amount, an additional $500 is needed. Now, our budget comes from government entities like Rutherford County Tourism Development Authority, Rutherford County, and the town of Rutherford. None of these funds can be used for scholarship purposes, according to Bailey. If you or your business wishes to support the next generation of environmentalists, call 828-278-7840 today. Now, Bailey says the Green Scholarship is just one of the many ways that Keep Rutherford County Beautiful executes its mission to educate and empower Rutherford County citizens to take pride, clean up the streets, and live green. As a Keep America Beautiful affiliate, Keep Rutherford County Beautiful provides free pickup kits for volunteer road cleaning groups and will be hosting a spring litter sweep from April the 8th through April the 30th. This year, Keep Rutherford County Beautiful began as an Earth Day litter pickup back in 2016 and has transformed into a movement throughout Rutherford County. For additional information, visit the Keep Rutherford County Beautiful Facebook page or visit keeprcncbeautiful.org. We'll take a look at our local obituaries and then we'll have more news, including the information about sports betting in North Carolina. And that's coming up next. Pizza, owned and operated by none other than the owner of Gregor's Original. So you know it's got to be delicious. They're located right across from Florence Baptist Church at 235 South Powell Street in Forest City, offering wings, pizza by the slice, a salad bar, grinders, pasta dishes, or specialty pizzas. Dine in or call in your orders, 828-305-7867. That's Southside Pizza on Powell Street in Forest City. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 until 8, Friday and Saturdays, 11 until 9, closed Sunday and Monday. With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks. Famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings. It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com. Ellen Wells, 93 of Bostic, passed away on Wednesday. Services are currently incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. That's for Ellen Wells, 93 of Bostic. Lawrence Delaney Larry Penrose, 82 of Bostic, passed away on Saturday. No services will be held. However, online condolences may be made at washburndorsey.com. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Lawrence Delaney Larry Penrose, 82 of Bostic. Nivea Dinky Green, 80 of Bostic, passed away on Friday. Arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. That's for Nivea Dinky Green. Carol Lynn Blake Slider of Union Mills, 87, passed away at her home. No services are currently listed. However, online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Carol Lynn Blake Slider. Frederick Michael Mike Metzenthan, 81 of Bostic, passed away on Friday at hospice. Funeral services will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow at the Paget & King Chapel. Burial will be at the Bethel Baptist Church in Ellenboro. The family will receive friends from 1 until 2 tomorrow prior to the service at the mortuary. Memorials may be made in his memory to Gideon's International Rutherford County Chapter. Paget and King Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Frederick Michael Mike Metzenthan, 81, of Ball State. Anthony Guido Spina, 77, passed away on Saturday. Tony, as he was known to his friends, born in Cleveland, Ohio. A celebration of life will be held at 12 noon on Saturday at the First Baptist Church in Forest City, with the family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the service at the church. Paget and King Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Anthony Guido Spina. Lonnie Robert Kuhn, 70, husband of Tamara Bivens-Good, passed away on Tuesday at his home. A celebration of the life of Lonnie Kuhn will be held at 2 o'clock on Sunday at the Mountain Creek Baptist Church. Burial will be in the church cemetery. The family will receive friends from 5 until 7. This will be on Saturday evening at Crow's Funeral Home. Crow's Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Lonnie Robert Kuhn. Faye Nicole Lovett passed away on January the 20th. Born in Rutherford County, a memorial service to celebrate Faye's life will take place on Saturday at Crow's Funeral Home beginning at 2 o'clock. Online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Faye Nicole Lovett. Michael Wayne Epley passed away on Wednesday. A memorial service will be held on February the 3rd at 2 o'clock at the Rock Springs Baptist Church, with the family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the service. All are welcome, and in lieu of flowers, donations in his name may be made to the ASPCA. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Michael Wayne Epley. We'll have complete obituaries at 11:30 this morning, and then obits again tomorrow at this same time.
Good morning. I'm Pastor Lee Coyle. Welcome to Coffee for the Soul, a brief devotion designed to jumpstart your service to Christ today. Nothing gets my body and spirit going in the morning like a hot cup of coffee and a fresh challenge from God's Word. As we continue Proverbs Week here at Coffee for the Soul, I'm thrilled to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, my wife, Carla. She is the love of my life. When I look at her, I know what God's grace looks like. She is an undeserved gift of love to me. Carla is beautiful. I like everything about her looks. I love her laugh and her sense of humor. I'm inspired by her thoughtfulness and generosity. I'm challenged by her love for the elderly and her tender skills with babies. When I think of Carla, I think of a proverb that is familiar to many people. Proverbs 31:30, it says, "Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." That is the lady I lie down with at night and wake up with in the morning. What makes her so charming and beautiful, what makes her all the wonderful things I mentioned earlier, is her fear of the Lord. Carla trusts in the goodness of God, believing in His sovereignty and His grace. She loves Jesus. It truly is her relationship with God and Christ that gives the charm and beauty that she is. When I look at Carla, I watch her serve Him and love others. And when I listen to her pray and witness her dedication to Christ and His church, I see the beauty of the Lord. She wears the image of God well, as do all women and men who love and trust Christ with all their hearts. So I challenge you today to live out the beauty of Christ that is in you. Live it out before your coworkers, your neighbors, your employees, and certainly with your family. Do that, and you may be surprised how much more beautiful they become. Now, that's Coffee for the Soul.
If you need a legal consultation regarding wills, real estate, closings, Medicaid planning, or just legal representation, contact attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin at the Arledge Law Firm on East Court Street in Rutherfordton. They offer years of experience and expertise. Arledge Law Firm is your local professional law firm that really cares about their clients, and it shows. Whatever the situation you're facing, call 828-287-3338. Let the professional team go to work for you.
There are plenty of drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team have trusted experience and professional service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore at 200 Charlotte Road in Rutherfordton. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 1, 287-7117. For dependable, complete, and professional auto service, see Tri-City Tire Service. With years of experience, they care about their customers, and it shows. From complete auto service and brakes, alignments, tune-ups, and oil changes to North Carolina inspections, Tri-City Tires got you covered. They carry tires for commercial, farm tractors, and ATVs. Tri-City Tire Service, your local tire and auto service center, 221 Daniel Road in Forest City. Call them at 828-287-8778.
No silly giggling, no screaming and yelling, no vulgar language, and no put-downs. We're up, live, and family-friendly. We are WCAB Radio, serving your family 24 hours a day. Sunday mornings are special here on WCAB. Enjoy programs of encouragement and inspiration each Sunday morning from 7 until 1, right here on Family Friendly Radio, WCAB.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. Ryan Dunn scored 13 points, grabbed 12 rebounds, blocked 6 shots. Surging Virginia beat North Carolina State 59-53 in overtime last night in Charlottesville. Cavaliers coach Tony Bennett.
But like the Weebles wobble, but we popped back up and then made enough plays. And it was a defensive battle. They're very athletic, and they guard you hard. And, they switch off certain screens, and they fight you to get open on cuts. So you had to be tough and sound, and when you weren't, they took your ball. And so it was a good effort by everyone tonight for sure.
One other game of the ACC, Miami with a win over Notre Dame, 73-61. In the NBA, the Detroit Pistons beating the Charlotte Hornets 113-106. Coach Steve Clifford.
Tonight in the fourth quarter, we stopped moving the ball. And for 3 quarters, our ball movement was good. We do not have an ISO team. That's what I just told them. None of them. We are a pick and roll ball movement team. When that's happening, we're good. If we want to stand up there and pound the ball, it's going to be hard against anybody.
In the NHL, Jordan Martinook scoring on a breakaway with 2:27 left to snap a third-period tie, giving the Carolina Hurricanes a 3-2 win over the Bruins in Boston, snapping Boston's 6-game winning streak. Martinook says he and his teammates can hold their heads high after emerging with that win.
I think anytime you play Boston, they're usually good games, and they're a great team, and they've shown it for many years. So obviously, you want to play the best teams. You want to beat the best teams.
Legal online sports betting in North Carolina poised to begin in March on the eve of the ACC tournament. Members of the Lottery Commission voted to set noon on March 11th as the time in which sports betting can commence on mobile devices and computers. You're listening to NCN Sports.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public power community. Public power communities provide electricity to families and businesses from a locally owned and operated system. Public power systems are not-for-profit and provide electricity at affordable rates with unbeaten reliability. Your local public power provider invests in your community, providing local jobs and supporting your local economy. Electricities of North Carolina is the energy behind public power. Learn more at electricities.com.
I got my flu and COVID vaccine because I wanted an extra layer of protection.
I doubled this year because I want to protect my health, I want to protect those around me, and I want to protect my community.
I'm doubling up to not only protect myself from COVID-19 as well as the flu.
I want to protect my young kids, and I want to protect my very old dad.
Vaccines save lives. The good news is that we have vaccines for COVID and vaccines for flu.
Get your COVID-19 and flu shots now.
Go to myspot.nc.gov to find one today.
Where, oh, where will Jim Harbaugh go? We now know the answer as to where the national championship winning coach will be coaching next year.
Jim Harbaugh is leaving the national champion Michigan Wolverines to become the next head coach of the NFL's LA Chargers. The deal is reportedly for 5 years. Harbaugh has achieved considerable success coaching in both the college and pro ranks. He brought college football's winningest program back to relevance, leading Michigan this past season to its first national title since 1997. Prior to that, he was the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers for 4 seasons and led the team all the way to the Super Bowl in 2013. Mark Myers, Los Angeles.
Coming up tonight in Top 25 college basketball, one game Arizona will be at Oregon State. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
There's a new business in Rutherford County called Southside Pizza, owned and operated by none other than the owner of Gregor's Original. So you know it's got to be delicious. They're located right across from Florence Baptist Church at 235 South Powell Street in Forest City, offering wings, pizza by the slice, a salad bar, grinders, pasta dishes, or specialty pizzas. Dine in or call in your orders, 828-305-7867. That's Southside Pizza on Powell Street in Forest City. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 until 8, Friday and Saturdays, 11 till 9, closed Sunday and Monday. With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks. Famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
The Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation website offers a helpful area about prepaying for a funeral. Go to www.washburndorsey.com and click on Planning Ahead. The pre-need page is there. You'll find a full explanation of the different decisions and consumer protection areas. Everything is included so any consumer will know what to expect. Whether for you or a loved one, explore the benefits of planning ahead with washburndorsey.com. You'll be glad you did.
Robbins Painting Carpet is a friend of folks who do their own jobs around the house and friends of the professional. And they're the home of Benjamin Moore Premium Quality Paint. Benjamin Moore goes on easy the first time, every time, so save yourself some time. And Robbins also provides expert help and advice to make every project a success. Call on the team at Robbins Painting Carpet and Floor Covering today, 245-8801. That's 245-8801. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 206 Commercial Drive in Forest City. And our forecast for today, we got a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Look for highs warming around 65 to 70 degrees. Now tonight, more showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the 50s. For tomorrow, showers, thunderstorms, and the showers and thunderstorms are going to be with us all the way through Sunday. Now Sunday evening, clouds start moving out. It's going to be a colder night. Looking for lows around freezing due to that wind chill. And then on Monday, sun shines back. Highs around 50 degrees. Right now, 52 degrees, cloudy, foggy. Be careful, turn your headlights on, and leave enough distance between you and the car in front of you. Water is ponding in the roads. Water is puddling everywhere because from those rains last week, water's got nowhere to go. So be careful when you're driving. Well, you heard a little bit about the sports betting, and sports betting in North Carolina will go live March the 11th, a day before the ACC tournament tip-off in Washington. The North Carolina Lottery Commission authorization on Wednesday was unanimous, and it was welcome news for Tobacco Road enthusiasts wishing to bet legally on the state's time-honored tradition. The NCAA tournament follows the launch date with Selection Sunday and March 19 play-in games. There's around a 64 and 32 games this year in Charlotte on the traditional opening weekend. Pre-launch registration and enrollment will begin on March the 1st for licensed operators who have received a certificate of compliance from the commission staff, that according to Sterl Carpenter, the commission's deputy executive for gaming compliance and sports betting. Now, bettors will also need to be able to set up their accounts. So at noon Eastern Time, March the 11th, sports wagers can begin for those who are approved. Now, according to Carpenter, in-person betting will follow on a case-by-case basis. State officials are vetting applications from 9 operators who met a recommended December deadline. Those applicants are working through a process to submit internal controls, one of the several steps to secure a certificate of compliance that's due by January the 26th, which is tomorrow. Others include testing, demonstration of ability to submit daily reports, a player account management platform review, geolocation testing, demonstration of betting apps, and proof of meeting monetary obligations to the state and for reserves. License application review and certificate of compliance can work and will be happening at the same time, that according to Carpenter. Now, operator applicants currently under the review include FanDuel, BetMGM, DraftKings, Fanatics, Bet365, ESPN Bet, Underdog Sports, and operators associated with tribal gaming. The Commission also has received completed applications from 5 service providers and 20 suppliers. The Commission is set a 60-day timeline from submission to vet completed applications, which officials can run more than 1,000 pages. The Commission's Sports Betting Committee is scheduled to meet today, followed by another commission meeting set for February the 7th. Now, the launch date bypasses millions in potential revenues from the 58th Super Bowl, but aligns with Governor Roy Cooper's wish to authorize sports betting ahead of a March Madness. Legislation approved last year allowed the commission to launch sports betting anytime after January the 8th, with a hard deadline of June the 14th. A legislative fiscal analysis estimated the state's 18% betting tax will generate $64.4 million next fiscal year, with other estimated ranges from $47 million after 3 years to $126 million in year 1. Now, in a few short months, we built our infrastructure and built a regulatory infrastructure from scratch that, according to Carpenter, he said, with this proposed authorization, we're telling the public we're ready for sports wagers. Well, bringing back masking and social distancing in the workplace is going to be the subject of public hearings next week conducted by the North Carolina Department of Labor. The department will hold public hearings on both proposals next Tuesday, one for general industry construction and agricultural employees and another for migrant housing operators. The petitions published in the North Carolina Register on January the 2nd were submitted by the Episcopal Farm Worker Ministry, North Carolina State AFL-CIO, Western North Carolina Workers Center, the Hispanic Liaison of Chatham County, the North Carolina Conference of the NAACP, that, according to the department's website, proposed is a rule to require businesses to impose mask and social distancing for workers to prevent the spread of airborne infectious diseases, along with record-keeping obligations and exposure control plan and training for employees. Other requirements would include paid leave for workers to get vaccinations. The proposals would define airborne infectious disease as any infectious viral, bacterial, or fungal disease that is transmissible through the air in the form of aerosol particles or droplets, and which is designated by the Governor of North Carolina, North Carolina General Assembly, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, World Health Organization, or the CDC as presenting a public health emergency. Now, the proposals have garnered attention on X, the social media site formerly known as Twitter, where Raleigh attorney James Lawrence III suggested Labor Commissioner Josh Dobson already approved the proposals. The Department of Labor has clarified officials have initiated the rulemaking process but have not finalized any decisions. The department is now collecting public comment on the proposals for 60 days. Publication of the 2 petitions by the NCDOL in no way intends to imply an endorsement of either by the Commission of Labor, that according to a statement from the department. The department will follow the public comment period with a review of the comments and any physical impact before changing, adopting, or rejecting the proposals. Dobson is not seeking re-election in 2024, and 2 leading Republicans vying to replace him have spoken out against the proposals. Representative John Hardister, Republican from Guilford, wrote in a press release that he opposes the proposed rules because they're excessive and would create undue burdens on businesses across the state. Republican Luke Farley, endorsed by former Commissioner Cherry Berry, also vowed to fight against any attempt to bring back those failed policies. Others opposed include North Carolina Retail Merchants Association, which has argued the proposed rules would harm businesses without providing much benefit. 22 minutes before 9 o'clock. Right now, 52 degrees, cloud, and the fog seems to be getting a lot thicker in this area. Again, if you're going to be driving this morning, be careful. Well, got a question for you. You ever looked at your Solo cup? It doesn't matter if it's a red Solo cup, a green one, a blue one, a pink one, whatever. Have you ever wondered what those lines on the Solo cup stand for? Well, I had some at home, and I got them out just to look. Take a look at the plastic cups stashed in your cabinets for a future backyard party. You're going to notice several lines on each 16-ounce cup. Now, the lines on those Solo cups and other plastic cups have a purpose. but it might not be the first thing that comes to your mind. Before you plan your next party, pick up some of these backyard games the whole family will love. And if you pick up backyard golf, read up on that a little bit, and you'll be surprised on why golf balls have dimples. Maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. Why do Solo cups have lines on them? Well, inspired by a viral post on Facebook, people use the lines on plastic cups for pouring drinks. The bottommost line is measuring 1 ounce. It's thought to be for pouring liquor. Moving on up, the next line measures 5 ounces. It's commonly used as a measurement for wine, while the line closest to the rim of the cup measures 12 ounces for beer. All of these measurements correlate with standard pours for each of these adult beverages, so it makes sense to assume that's what they were designed for. However, Solo has debunked this common myth. You can also use your red Solo cups to play beer pong. I don't have to tell you that. What the Solo cups lines really mean? Well, Solo shares that alcohol measurements were not intentional design when it comes to that widely used plastic cup. Instead, the company recommends other common uses for Solo cup measurements, like mouthwash, cereal, and the recommended amount of water we need to drink each day. Now, while the alcoholic component is surprisingly accurate in terms of measurement, Solo also offers fun, kid-friendly ways to use the lines in plastic drinkware. Think juice, chocolate syrup, and Shirley Temples. I have a hard time believing that part. 20 minutes before 9 o'clock, Tar Heel basketball coming up on Saturday evening. We've got Tar Heels in Florida State. Airtime is 12:30 for the countdown to tip-off. Then pregame will be at 1 o'clock, tip-off at 2 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on WCAB. Well, an arrest has been made in an October shooting in Shelby that left one man dead, according to Shelby police. Nathan Cornelius Brooks, 52, is charged with murder, possession of a firearm by a felon, discharging a weapon into an occupied property. He's being held with no bond in the Cleveland County Detention Center, had his first court appearance yesterday morning. Now, on October the 7th, 2023, police responded to a call on Broad Street at 3:41 a.m. and found Howard Samuel Backus, 67, inside the house with a gunshot wound, that according to Shelby Police Chief Brad Frazier. Now, Captain Seth Treadway said that when officers responded to the shooting, Backus was talking, alert, and conscious, but later died of his wounds at the hospital. Treadway said officers were able to get a victim statement, which investigators corroborated with the other witness statements. They said through further investigation, they ultimately got to a point where investigators and the district attorney's office had enough to go ahead and charge Brooks with murder, and they did that yesterday morning. They went on to say we enlisted the help of the U.S. Marshal's Office in locating him, found him on Kings Road Extension. Treadway said Brooks was arrested without incident at 3:21 p.m. on Tuesday. He said he does not have information on what led to the shooting. Backus was described in his obituary as a man who was a passionate man about his family and his grandchildren. Born in Ohio, he moved to Cleveland County as a young child, where he eventually met and married his former wife, Emma, and they had 3 children. Well, let's see. I got another one here. When you go to the grocery store and you buy eggs, pick up that egg carton and take a look at the numbers on that egg carton. Those numbers on that egg carton, they have a very, very secret meaning. And this is how you can decode it. On the side of your egg carton, right behind, it'd be right by or below the sell-by date, you're going to see a 3-digit code. No, it's not an arbitrary serial number. It's the Julian date, your fail-safe guard to fresh eggs. Now, ranging from 001 to 365, the Julian date represents the day the eggs were packaged. Each code corresponds to a day in the year. So 001 would be January the 1st. 365 would represent December the 31st. Okay, I think this is leap year, so is that going to show, or how's that going to work? But anyway, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, eggs can be sold for up to 30 days after they're packaged. So even if they're in stock and not expired, they may be weeks old. So if that's making you wonder if your eggs are going to be fresh or not, well, look at the Jillian date. So why does this matter? It's obvious newly packaged eggs taste better, but an egg's quality can significantly deteriorate over time. As an egg ages, it loses moisture and carbon dioxide, making the whites thinner and the yolk more susceptible to breaking. And when you eat old expired eggs, you're getting a risk of foodborne disease from them. That increases. As for the code starting with a P right next to the Jillian date, well, that's the plant code, which represents where the eggs were packaged. If there's an egg recall, the plant code will determine where your carton came from. So we know how stressful grocery shopping can be, but checking the Jillian date is an extra step worth taking. If you don't want to whip out your calendar and calculator, well, that's okay. A general thumb, if you're buying eggs in early to mid-January, look for the lower numbers, 15, will be significantly fresher than 364. If you're buying eggs later in the year, look for the highest number possible. Do eggs need to be refrigerated? Well, like butter, eggs are one of those foods that makes us question how necessary it is to keep them cold. Do eggs really need to be in the refrigerator? After all, many recipes call for room temperature eggs, and if you go to a farm stand, those cartons of freshly laid eggs are not in a cooler. So why do you have to refrigerate them? Brittany Saunier, Executive Director for the Partnership for Food Safety Education, says yes, it's crucial for temperature control. When foods are left out for longer than 2 hours, they have the potential to enter what they call the danger zone. She said no matter if they're white or brown eggs, it's important to keep them at an optimal temperature. Salmonella is a major risk of consuming unrefrigerated eggs. So that's what's going to happen if you don't refrigerate them. You probably have read that you should not eat raw cookie dough or don't eat the cake batter before it's baked. Well, you should never wash fresh eggs because doing so can increase your risk of getting salmonella. These are not old wives' tales. Between 40 and 140 degrees, bacteria can grow rapidly. That's what we call the danger zone. Most refrigerators are set at 40 and below, and that keeps things safer because it provides consistent environment and stops bacteria from growing, that according to Saunier. The most common strain of bacteria associated with eggs is salmonella. So people think that foodborne illnesses is just a bad night in a bathroom, but it can have long-term health effects such as kidney failure, that according to the CDC. Now, how to properly store eggs. Now, you know they need to be refrigerated, and it's important to know how you need to refrigerate them. No matter whether they're cage-free or range-free, Saunier recommends storing eggs in the core of the refrigerator rather than in the door because the door temperature isn't as easily controlled as the interior, and it's likely to be warmer as the door is open and shut. She also recommends keeping eggs in their carton or in a covered container to minimize cross-contamination by other foods. The CDC even advises you to wash your hands after handling eggshells, as well as cleaning any surfaces like countertops that the eggs come in contact with. Don't toss the shells into the bin. Instead, use the eggshells for your plants. It's supposed to be good for them. How to avoid getting sick from eggs. Another way to decrease your risk of getting sick from eggs is to cook them until the yolk and the whites are firm. That according to Saunier, who acknowledges that this might take some egg lovers, might make them really unhappy. For dishes that contain eggs, like casseroles, the Partnership for Food Safety Education recommends that the internal temperature reach 160 degrees on a food thermostat. If you prefer your yolks on the runny side, like sunny side up eggs, or plan to eat food or drinks that contain raw eggs, such as homemade ice cream or certain whiskey sours, err on the side of caution and buy pasteurized eggs, that according to Hansen. Pasteurization raises the temperature of an egg enough to kill bacteria without actually cooking the egg. Liquid eggs and egg whites are usually pasteurized. For more egg cooking tips and to add the secret ingredient for the fluffiest scrambled eggs, well, you can go online and look for those. What about recipes that call for room temperature eggs? Well, oftentimes a recipe does call for room temperature ingredients for better texture, but how's that fit with the guidance in the eggs that need to be refrigerated? According to Saunier, it's safe to leave food out for up to 2 hours before you have to worry about the dangers of bacteria. Although if you live in a climate that is consistently hot and humid and you don't have air conditioning, you might want to reduce that to just 1 hour. Why you should never ever keep eggs in this one part of the refrigerator. Well, Here in the good old U.S. of A., storing your eggs in the fridge is about as American as apple pie and baseball. But depending on where you place the egg in the refrigerator, you could be harming your health, a storage expert reveals. According to Vitka Lake, a marketing manager at the storage company Space Station, you should never store your breakfast staples in the plastic egg rack that comes built into your refrigerator, or as separate inserts that come with the refrigerators. When it comes to eggs, there's a huge debate on whether they should be kept, with some saying in the refrigerator, others saying on the counter. The general consensus is to store eggs in the fridge, but not in the egg racks that commonly are found on the refrigerator door. Why is this a little known rule? Well, placing the eggs in the door of the refrigerator could expose them to fluctuating temperatures as you open and close the door throughout the day, and that causes them to rot faster. And you could be storing eggs, just better off just putting them on the shelf where the temperature remains consistent. Now, this is the reason why Americans refrigerate eggs and Europeans don't. In the good old US of A, practically everything goes in the refrigerator, but not so in the European countries. They keep their eggs on the counter, but they are strongly recommend against refrigerating eggs. So what's the difference between the two? Well, it all has to do with salmonella and the philosophies about preventing that nasty bug. To combat the program, back in 1970s, the U.S. perfected egg washing. After laying, the eggs go straight into a machine where they're shampooed with soap and hot water. Now, this steamy shower washes away any potential of salmonella, but it also strips the eggs of a thin coating called the cuticle. Without this protective layer, the eggs cannot keep water and oxygen in or harmful bacteria out. So the eggs are refrigerated to combat infection. Now, European food safety experts took a different way of doing things. They left the cuticle intact, made it illegal for egg producers to wash eggs, discouraged refrigeration, which can cause mildew growth and bacterial contamination should the eggs sweat as they come back to room temperature, and started a program of vaccinating chickens against salmonella. The approach appears to be effective. In 2000, the UK had more than 14,000 egg-related cases of food poisoning. In more recent years, after their egg safety measures had been widely adopted, the number had reportedly dropped to 8,000. The U.S. has about 79,000 cases, but with a much larger population, of course. There are objective and subjective pros and cons to room temperature eggs versus refrigerated ones. Refrigeration means the eggs can't absorb odors and flavors from other foods in there. Countertop connoisseurs claim the room temp eggs, they taste better. But if you do keep your eggs stored in their carton, minimize the amount of smelly foods in your fridge. Off flavors shouldn't be an issue. Some chefs believe room temperature eggs to be ideal for baking. It's why you'll see recipes recommending you bring eggs to room temperature before you mix them. Now, if you want to try room temp eggs, head down to the local farmer's market and talk to the sellers down there. Chances are they haven't washed or refrigerated the eggs. The cuticle is still intact, and you could keep the eggs on the counter. See if you can tell the difference. But just remember, practice consistency. If an unwashed egg goes into the refrigerator, it should stay there until you're ready to use it. That's the egg deal. And I'm still confused on what to do.
When I spend it on radio, I see where it goes. My investment comes back and my business just grows. Radio helps all businesses to grow. Find out how at radioheardhere.com.
Brought to you by this radio station to remind you that radio is heard here. Radio is heard everywhere.
Let the WCAB marketing team go to work for your business. It works. Call Tracy or Jim at 287-3356.
At a time of loss, it's about bringing those you love together. At Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside, it is our heart's desire to make that transition as meaningful as possible. It's important to not underestimate the significance of a funeral or memorial service after the death of a loved one. A ceremony offers an opportunity to celebrate the life lived, reconnect with remaining family and friends, and is an important first step in healing. Our team at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside are trained to help you create a meaningful ceremony to express the special individuality of your loved one. If we can be of any help to you at any time, please contact us at 828-657-6322.
'Tis the season when the termites and outdoor critters are showing up, plus moisture issues and crawl space care is needed. Sealed crawl spaces can help stop damp, musty smells from getting into your home. And odor can also indicate there's an environment that can allow mold or wood decay fungi to be in your home. Get your home under control with the professional services from Go Forth Termite and Pest Control. They're located at 667 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call them at 828-287-3188. Big or small, Go Force Termite and Pest Control can handle it all.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale. There are so many insurance agencies out there, but to find a dependable one that you can really trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency that cares about their customers, and it shows. With Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance, you are in good hands. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, with 2 locations to serve you. 719 South Lafayette Street in Shelby at 704-480-7288, or 116 North Main Street in Boiling Springs at 704-434-7867. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Efficient stuff everywhere.
He's in Silva. Heavy rains are bringing overwhelming flooding.